The GOP is a little bit closer, 205 to Democrats 190. So some of the races here locally we're focusing on. The race for District 21 right now, neck and neck.
And I love how you pointed at me, so if you're single.
No, not at all.
But the question there is, what is the benefit, though, of single versus married? Did that play into this? I didn't know about that.
What if my front leg is shaking?
I thought they were kind of joking when I came into work because I never worked this dayside shift, and they said, you're going to be on midday to talk about Taylor Swift. I didn't question it. I said, okay.
Anna, that fish is huge. Tell us everything. We're obsessed with it. All that seems really important. What's your final piece of advice for people watching this at home and they're like, this speaks to me? Bird's eye view of the dust just hanging over the city kind of looks like fog, but it's actually dust. The dust storm caused a lot of problems in Selma, too. Emergency alerts were sent out on cell phones around 2 this afternoon. Highway 41 is now closed in both directions because of the crash. That's where we find CBS 47's Jason Tukdajian. He's there live. Jason, you spoke with the CHP. What can you tell us from here and kind of give us a little bit about what you're seeing over there? Sydney Charles is live now at a rally in downtown Fresno. Sydney, you've been there for several hours. I can hear some of the people there behind you. What are you seeing now?
There's so much water being poured into this fire. There's just puddles everywhere. We were backing into this police tape earlier to let a police officer go by, and it was wet because of just how much water they are working with. You walk with me, they've actually just added more police tape over here.
Brian, we're over by the Shell gas station, that one that's that last stop before you get to Millerton Lake. And look behind me, the scene is still pretty active.
Once they're done filling them up, they take them over here to this truck. You can see right now they're taking it away to the other side of the river. This road on Elwood is now open. People have been moving through. This is a change in just the past hour or so. But if you look over here, this is the house that those fire crews did have to rescue the people from.
If you get off the Jensen exit from the 41, there's a neighborhood right over here. That is where we are, and there's two things I want to show you real quick. So if we pan over here, this house, we've been seeing a lot of detectives move through. You can kind of see them behind that truck. They've been over here, some officers. You see one right there in the tie. I don't know what they're doing over there, but they're investigating that area. One other spot I want to show you just how wide the scene is. We have 1, 2, 3 different sets of police tape blocking off a few different streets. There are 67 veterans traveling with the honor flight, and 5 of them are women. They age and range from 67 to 95 years old and cover years of service from 1951 to 1997. All of them here are traveling with a guardian on a very special chartered plane that's even decorated for the occasion. Police say at this point both the suspect, the victim, and the child that was in the victim's car are completely safe. They were taken to the hospital over reports of pain.
We got some cups, we have some water, and then over here you can look, we even have fans that they are giving out to people so they can stay cool. I might need one of these for myself as we keep doing more live shots out here.
I've gotten close, I will say. I've gotten close. You go, don't worry. You go.
In just a moment, you're going to see a CAL FIRE truck move in behind me. They go up this hill over there. There's one area that they've really worked on containing overnight. We'll talk about that coming up at 5 o'clock, but for now you can see it's still a very active scene as this fire is still growing as per the last update. You see we do have more crews here like this one behind me going up with more guys up there to help fight the fire. Now in this district, there are more registered Democrats than Republicans. So Republicans who hold a very, very slim majority in the House of Representatives are trying to hold on to every single seat they have, including this one. So the Democrats who are trying to gain control, trying to flip as many seats as possible, they have really narrowed in on this one because of the close results from 2 years ago and because of that registration data.
CBS 47 Eyewitness News begins with breaking news.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Katherine Phillips. We begin with breaking news out of Madera County. Evacuation orders have been issued for the areas of Road 415 and City View Drive due to the pickup fire. This is over in the Coarse-Gold area. We're going to take a live look right now, give you a look at the scene. We can see some CAL FIRE crews already out there and working. They say that it started just around 2 and has burned 10 acres so far. They say if you're in that area to leave immediately. If you need evacuation assistance, you are asked to call 911 and take a look at the screen. It looks like this is the first look that we're getting into the newsroom, that is a pickup truck that perhaps was burned on fire. Hopefully we might be able to get a closer look there. If our photographer in the scene might be able to zoom in, that could help. Madera County Sheriff's Office says, oh, there we go, a little bit of a look there. The Madera County Sheriff's Office says the American Red Cross is setting up a temporary evacuation point at the Oakhurst Community Center that's located on 39800 Road. 425B in Oakhurst. Roads are being closed off to public access. So again, good look at the scene there. You can see it looks like traffic backed up or stopped. Some CAL FIRE crews on the scene. Another fire I do want to get to right now. We're following in Fresno County, a large-scale grass fire, which CAL FIRE is calling the button fire. They say it's threatening multiple structures in the 5500 block of Columbia Avenue and Button Willow Avenue. This is just outside of Reedley.
I think I acquired it about 1971. I was about 16. I was in high school. And
Sometimes when something's lost,
it was just my way of supporting the Vietnam vets. And being 16, there wasn't a lot you could do.
it can still manage to find its way back home, even if it's not in the way you're expecting.
And the star means still missing.
This bracelet, bought to support American soldiers missing in action during the Vietnam War, has been with Debbie Shea for decades. She took it from her hometown in Arkansas to college and to where she lives now in Richmond, Virginia. Even as the decades passed by, she always knew the man's name etched into the metal, Ralph Balcom. But for some reason, during a moment of boredom during the pandemic in 2020, Debbie thought about the man's name engraved on her bracelet and decided to do some research.
I just thought, is he still missing? You know, what happened? I needed to know the end of the story.
Unfortunately, Debbie learned Ralph's body was never found, and he was never able to be brought home to his family.
So I Googled a little bit more and found a site where you could go to the bracelet area and kind of leave a note on the bulletin board. So I just said I acquired this bracelet in 1971, and I would love to return it to the family if possible.
And it was possible. The right person saw her note 4 years later. It turns out Ralph's son Chris volunteers with the Central Valley Honor Flight, a group working to get Central California vets out to D.C. so they can see memorials made in their honor. An organizer with the group happened across her post and soon realized the volunteer was the son of the man named on Debbie's bracelet. Organizers decided then Chris had to be on the next flight they took to D.C., and Debbie had to be there.
That she has been wearing your dad's POW MIA bracelet for 55 years.
What are the chances, Chris?
The chances slim. Strangers unknowingly connected for decades, thousands of miles away.
He left the day after my 3rd birthday, so I don't have any memories of him.
But on top of the stories, what he does have now is his dad's bracelet and a tattoo that perfectly matches it.
And I had it tattooed on there.
That
And I
is so
put his
cool.
Purple heart on there as well.
Oh, well, you've got something else now.
That is amazing.
This is great.
She's thought of your dad for 55 years.
Yes, pieces, like little pieces of him and his memory.
I'm pretty sure that he's got a cross because he's missing, and if he comes home, they'll outline a diamond around the cross.
Pieces patching together his dad's story, helping him bring pieces of him back home.
I can't believe it.
Thank you.
For 6-year-old Elijah, getting a haircut can be hard.
They always hurt him. They don't have the patience with him. Like, there was another barbershop, remember? They saw him walk in because they remembered him. Neither of them wanted to deal with him. Like, no, we don't want to.
Because he moved too much.
It sucks, you know? So, and then the other place we're going, they kept on leaving him red marks because of the amount of moving he does.
But Monday afternoon at the always faded barber shop in Fresno was a completely different story.
He'll be crying, he'll be impatient, but out of all the barbershops we've had, this is the first one where he's literally falling asleep.
His parents, Edward and Vanessa Palacio, say it's a first, seeing their son with autism be able to relax and get comfortable getting a haircut.
We were so blown
We're
away
just flabbergasted,
how
like,
relaxed he
what?
is.
Owner Elias Gonzalez says despite only opening his business 2 months ago, he knew he wanted to find a way to give back to the community. His fiance suggested doing something for Autism Awareness Month, and the idea was born.
Like, all right, let's do certain days out of the week where we just offer free haircuts for the individuals. Just, all right, let's do it.
Gonzalez says he wanted to spread awareness of the obstacles kids on the autism spectrum may face, and in practice change the environment of his barbershop to make kids coming in feel more at ease.
Either it's a touch sensory stuff where it's the music or it's, big crowds. So, as soon as it hits 3 o'clock, I make sure to turn off the music and then just keep a quiet, mellow environment.
He says they even spent time training staff on the best ways to make kids with autism feel more secure and to focus on being patient. And for families like the Policios, it's working.
Thank you.
And the cherry on top is that it's free.
He's looking fresh already. Yep, he's having a nice fresh cut. Yep, feeling good, looking good.
Reporting in Fresno, Katherine Phillips.
Bye.
CBS 47.
Thank you.
Eyewitness News.